What's good, YouTube? Dom, Staven Sports Cards here, back with another video. This is going to be a video response for a channel that is pretty new to me, and that is Sammy at SFI Sports Cards. I'm so grateful for this card community that we have here on YouTube. I was able to find Sammy's channel through my good friend Shane, Shoebox Legends, and Sammy's just a great guy, has a cool collection, and I really like the VR that he's doing, where he wants us to talk about our favorite era of sports cards and show off a Hall of Famer and a non-Hall of Famer that we like to collect. And I think that's just so cool because whether you collect post-war vintage like me, you're into pre-war, into junk wax, into modern, there's so much out there to collect. So many great players that don't get enough hobby love for how good they were in terms of baseball purposes. And I just really am happy to support you, Sammy. Congrats on your milestone. I am in the post-war wheelhouse, and while I love all the sets to 50 through the 70s, the sets that really speak to me are the ones that have cartoons on the back and have some vibrant colors, and preferably team logos. So I have two cards to show, and like many people that I've watched their responses, I am doing teammates. I want to talk about a Hall of Famer that I just don't think gets enough love. And I've talked about him in a video in the past, but I don't talk about him quite as much as I talk about Carl Yastrzemski, and that is Frank Robinson. So Frank Robinson is the perfect example of baseball great, but not hobby great. This man could not have done much more in his baseball career if he didn't take up the honor of being baseball's first black manager. I think he would be in the 3,000 hit club, but that's really the only thing missing from his resume. Well over 1,000 runs driven in, 586 career home runs, which stood as top 5 for a very long time. The man won an MVP in both leagues, still the only player to ever do that. Rookie of the Year, All-Star MVP, World Series MVP, and 2 World Series championships, Presidential Medal of Freedom. And he just dedicated his whole life to baseball. He was a player for a very long time. Like I said, he broke the color barrier in baseball managers with being the Indians manager, and then later on the San Francisco Giants manager. So he was the first black manager to win Manager of the Year as well in both leagues, and was just later on in scouting and front office roles, dedicated his whole life to baseball. He's an inner circle player just in terms of his statistics and achievements. But if you go past the playing career, he's just one of the great names in the history of this game. And he's not priced like it. His rookie card has gotten finally some appreciation. It's a little bit expensive now, but it's still kind of affordable for how good he is. And his rookie card's great, but it doesn't have the color that his second year 58 has, with the really cool Red Legs logo there. I think the ketchup and mustard effect of the red and yellow just really looks awesome. And then on the back, you got the cartoons in 58 that are just not off to the side or squeezed in the bottom. Like, they're very prominent on the back of the 58 cards. So really wanted to just show some love to Frank Robinson and talk about him some more. Working on his Topps run. I'm 2 cards away on that. So really cool to show some love to Frank Robinson and a 58 set that I don't think I've shown a lot of cards from on my channel. And speaking of his teammate, in 1958, Vada Pinson has a rookie card, and much like the ketchup and mustard effect of the Frank Robinson, has the same thing with the Reds logo. Vada Pinson, I think that he was a Hall of Fame snub for the longest time. He's a 4-time All-Star. He led the league in hits, doubles, and triples multiple times, and was just a really professional hitter. He has almost 2,800 hits. And now that Tony Oliva has made it into the Hall of Fame, I think guys of this archetype that weren't big power hitters, but just real professional hitters, all-star level guys that were just respected across the league. I think Veda Pinson belongs in Cooperstown. And I know he's no longer with us, but his rookie card is so cheap. And with the new era committee, he's going up against guys from the turn of the century, Negro League players all the way up till 1980, so the Steve Garvey, Dave Parker, Tommy Johns of the world. He's got a lot of competition. But I do think Veda Pinson will have a plaque in Cooperstown one day. His career achievements, to me, belong as an era committee guy. I'm fine that the writers didn't put him in. But a real professional hitter from an era where pitchers dominated, I don't think he gets enough love in the hobby. His rookie card is super affordable. All of his base cards are just super cheap. And he kind of has the same color combination as Frank Robinson in a lot of these early sets. And his 61 Topps card is very popular. He has the same great black color in the circle like Frank Robinson does on his 59. And just a player that I don't think gets talked about a lot on YouTube. So wanted to show some love to him. And it was really fun doing this contest for you, Sammy. I'm glad that YouTube has brought our channels together, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future. Thanks for letting me participate. So, hope you guys enjoy an awesome weekend of football and playoff atmosphere of baseball with the Mets-Braves series. It's going to be a lot of fun. Keep collecting, guys. Have a good one.